Assessing impact on health, culture, and socio-economic well-being. The new Impact Assessment Act opens a door for assessing the direct effects of a proposed project on the health, social, and economic well-being of Indigenous peoples. Understanding how a major project can affect the well-being of Indigenous peoples helps identify what's needed to protect Indigenous nations from any negative effects of a project while ensuring they're able to fully take advantage of the project's benefits.
Looking at the idea of people actually matter is really important, because a lot of the impacts that happen from resource extraction, some of those impacts may be health related, some of the impacts may be impacts on vulnerable women and children, because a lot of major projects usually have construction camps that are attached to the projects.
In addition to now requiring the direct impacts of a major project on the health and well-being of Indigenous nations to be assessed, the new impact process acknowledges for the first time that Indigenous knowledge and an Indigenous cultural lens is needed to understand these effects.
There's things in the new process such as having to consider Indigenous knowledge not only at the beginning or the end of a process, but throughout every phase of an impact assessment process, and not looking at just Indigenous knowledge through an environmental lens, but looking at it through what it means in social, cultural, and economic aspects of a community, and through those lenses as well.
Sustainability and trade-offs. The new process will also look at the degree to which the negative impacts of a major project could be offset by positive benefits, who is impacted the most and benefits the least, and vice versa. How the costs and benefits of a project are distributed, and whether the negative impacts of a project outweigh its potential benefits are questions that must now be asked under the new process.
We're no longer in a time when it's just enough to say, we're going to try to reduce the negative effects of a project. We're now looking at a time as, what does your project have to contribute that benefits the community and benefits to overall sustainability?
The new requirements are only the first step. As a way to shape the assessment to meet community needs, nations should request Indigenous-led impact studies on health, cultural, and socio-economic well-being be included in the tailored impact statement guidelines. To help support Indigenous nations in their engagement with government and project proponents, the Coalition has developed tools and guidance such as the Major Project Assessment Standard that can help Indigenous nations actively bring their own nation's standards for assessing impacts and benefits of projects on health, cultural, and socio-economic well-being into the impact assessment process. In the end, for Indigenous nations, a key benefit of involvement in the process can be an understanding of the trade-offs involved in a project. What are the potential project benefits and negative impacts? How can benefits be maximized and impacts avoided or reduced? And ultimately, whether the project brings a net benefit to the nation. If your nation is prepared, then its voice will have maximum impact on the project throughout the process. For more information, go to our website to watch more videos in this series and download the Coalition's new guide to effective Indigenous involvement in federal impact assessment. Please feel free to contact us at any time. The Coalition is here to help.